From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Brought to you by SSPTV and the Standard Speaker.
Some unexpected financial support for Hazleton's legal battle against illegal immigration. A surprise immigration defense donation. Our top story on News 13 for this Friday. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Kathy Baczynski. It's been an expensive legal battle as the city of Hazleton has defended its laws which attempted to crack down on illegal immigrants. Now the city of Hazleton is getting help paying for those costly fees. Christina Papa with the story on the city's immigration defense donor.
The battle over the Illegal Immigration Act in the court continues. Recently, the story has fallen off the media radar and less donations have come into the city. But that's all changed now that the city has received a check from a generous donor.
Our attorney, Chris Kobach, got a phone call that somebody wanted to donate, and so he called me up and I said, sure.
The heir to a Dallas real estate empire, Trammell S. Crow of Dallas, Texas, heard about Hazleton's issues through a story picked up by the AP. Mayor Yannuzzi was pleased and then shocked to hear about the donation.
And then when he told me the amount of the check, I was really surprised because it came to $50,000.
Crow has donated hundreds of thousands of dollars in the past to support similar cases to Hazleton's, and the city has received donations from small-town defenders in the past as well. But Crow's donation will put a large dent in the city's fees.
We have a balance in our checkbook of $22,000. We have some other bills to be paid, but most of that will be used. All of it will be used. For our appeal.
Before the donation, Hazleton had about $400 remaining in the Immigration Defense Fund. Mayor Yannuzzi says the donations help pay for future legal fees, and now taxpayers may not have to pay out of pocket.
Well, we expect to spend some more money with this final stab, but it's nowhere near what we spent to this point. $450,000 we spent so far.
The president of the Dominican House, Victor Perez, thinks money should be used in another way.
Accepting that money just to spend money in attorneys to continue fighting in something that we think that's not the problem. That's not part of the problem.
Mayor Yannuzzi says that money cannot be used for anything other than what it is given for.
No, you can't. It's there for the purpose of paying the bills for the cost of litigation.
The ruling over the immigration ordinance has not yet come to pass. Mayor Yannuzzi says this issue cannot be laid to rest until a decision is made in court. Christina Papa, News 13, Hazleton.
A Superior Court judge from our area hosted a regional seminar to give area police officers new insights on how to do their jobs better. Law enforcers from 5 counties were represented today at the seminar at the Penn State Hazleton campus. Superior Court President Judge Coriel Stevens, State Police Commissioner Frank Noonan, and attorneys Jarrett Ferrantino and Al Flora all spoke at the event. Police were informed about recent cases and were taught how to present information about their cases in court. The goal was having officers develop strategies for handling specific types of cases.
It's to give law enforcement an understanding of the criminal defense lawyer's view about criminal investigations, how police conduct criminal investigations, and how there is a common bond between police investigators and criminal defense lawyers in that we both serve the administration of justice.
Well, because the area has a rising crime rate, we have very professional police, we have very professional investigators for the public defender, and we want to just bring them up to date on current law.
I think it's very important with the challenges that we're facing here in Luzerne County and across the state. We have growing crimes and changing crimes, and it's important that law enforcement comes out in a classroom and learns these things, working in conjunction with defense attorneys and prosecutors, rather than learning it at a crime scene or in a courtroom when it's too late. It's important and rare that we have the opportunity to do this.
The speakers all said police officers have a very difficult role in today's society, and they hope by giving them this information they can be better prepared for the challenges they face. Well, it's history you can interact with in order to start an endowment fund for the Schuylkill County Historical Society. With Civil War reenactors, live music, and some delicious food, the Society will launch its fund drive on Saturday. During the event, it will dedicate its Civil War gallery on the second floor of the Society's home on Center Street. The Society is hoping it will bring people in to see for themselves what a rich heritage Schuylkill County truly has.
Because we're showcasing the society and we want to show them what we've done. A lot of people come in, they have no idea. They think it's still a little old dusty building, and they have no idea of what we've done in here. And by and large, for people that make their first time, they walk away and say, "Gee, we're amazed at what has taken place, what you folks have done."
The night at the museum will be held from 5 p.m. till 8 p.m. tomorrow night. The Society is hoping to raise the $5,000 in seed money that's required to establish an endowment fund with the school area community foundation. Well, it truly was an historic day for all Americans at the site of the World Trade Center in Lower Manhattan this morning. Despite gray morning skies, a crane lifted the last of a 408-foot-tall spire on top of One World Trade Center, a capstone to an emotional 12-year effort to replace the Twin Towers destroyed by terrorists on 9/11. The 18-piece silver spire will top out the tower at a symbolic 1,776 feet, a nod to the year America signed the Declaration of Independence. Its tip holds a beacon with 288 LED lights that will allow it to be seen up to 50 miles away on a clear day. The new building is just north of the original towers, now the hallowed ground known as Ground Zero. And still ahead on News 13, first some rain, then we're headed back down to some nighttime cold temperatures. We'll tell you when in News 13 weather. But first, making good use of today's warm temperatures to wipe out graffiti in one local city. We'll go along on the big cleanup when News 13 continues. The Hazleton community came out to work today. Christina Papa joined folks painting away vandalism in downtown Hazleton during Power's annual graffiti paint-out.
Justin is sick of seeing unsightly graffiti on businesses, homes, and abandoned buildings all over Hazleton.
When I am up here, I see graffiti all over the place and everything, and it's just a mess.
Ninth grader Justin Depew worked along with his classmates, McCann School of Business, and Hazleton Power members as they painted over graffiti and reclaimed some parts of the city that have been marred.
We have been painting over the graffiti that has been spray painted by other kids, basically.
Today, Hazleton's Power held their second annual graffiti paint-out day so kids like Justin can have a safe and beautiful place to live.
We're doing 3 playgrounds, businesses, homes that have been marred by graffiti. We're going to do our best to remove it. If it can't be removed, we're going to paint over it.
Director of Power Renee Barron has been working since 9 this morning with volunteers, chipping away at the unsightly marks. She says Hazleton is always willing to come together to help beautify and protect the community.
Have had such tremendous support from the community. We've had monetary support, volunteers who have come out and lent their efforts, in person. So we've had over 100 volunteers today.
Volunteers say a project like this isn't a one-time deal, and if they see graffiti like this reappearing where they've already painted, they say they're going to come back and repaint it again.
Representative Tara Toohill has joined Power to help beautify Hazleton. She wants to see this community get cleaned up.
Right now we have many of the roads and potholes being fixed, lots of things going on that are really good in our city, and then yet we have abandoned buildings with graffiti.
Little ones were helping paint today as well, but they were doing it for different reasons.
I just like painting, yes.
Whether folks came out for a good cause or just to paint, Renee hopes folks will continue to show their support for Power and the community projects so Hazleton can become a better place.
We are all invested on some level, whether you're a parent, a business owner, an educator, makes no difference. If you live here, you're invested in the success of this city.
Christina Papa, News 13, Hazleton.
Hundreds of students from the Hazleton Area School District were on the move today. And they showed off their moves during Get Movin' at the Hazleton YMCA. All of today's fun was sponsored by the Y, the school district, Hazleton Health and Wellness, and Sorrento Gardens, who worked together with the Volunteer Center of Greater Hazleton to get a grant from the state to show kids how much fun it is to be active and fight childhood obesity. It seems everybody got the message.
To kind of improve their life, because obesity and that's a big problem with the kids now, and they need to get moving, which is the theme today, and just exercise and have some fun while they're doing it, and that's why we felt it was important.
To be more active and be more healthy and make better decisions instead of just sitting on the couch all day, get out and do something.
And the response from the district to the program was so overwhelming that the YMCA had to book 4 separate Get Movin' days just to accommodate all of the district's 8th graders. And it's time now for our regional weather from the National Weather Service. Checking the radar. Yep, we had a beautiful morning once the fog burned off, but late afternoon, here come the showers and thunderstorms, and things kind of go downhill a little bit from there. Tonight's creative condition, perfect for a rainy day. It's by Alex Barrett, a first grader at Valley Elementary. His picture is nothing but big gray clouds and big old raindrops. And time now for a look at the News 13 weather from the National Weather Service. First for Greater Hazleton tonight, showers and thunderstorms likely right through the evening and into the overnight with a low around 56. And for Saturday, you guessed it, showers likely with afternoon thunderstorms possible. High near 67, showers and thunderstorms continuing into the overnight with a low around 40. Now heading to Schuylkill County for tonight, showers and thunderstorms, the low around 56. Then Saturday, showers, possibly a thunderstorm, high about 69 degrees, and showers are likely through the evening with a low down to 47. And let's check the winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you play. The daily, 487. The big four, 9925. Quinto, 41960, and the treasure hunt 3, 12, 14, 23, 26. Hope you won. Oh, wait, there's more. There's a double draw for today on the Quinto. It's 11816. Hope you won.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's social news. Happy 8th birthday to SSPTV's Mason Mazurkevich with love from your mom, Janine, Dad, Mark, sister, Alyssa, entire family, friends, and all of us here at News 13 SSPTV. Also, another happy birthday to Mason from Pop-Up and Nana Lassand and Gucci, too. Tonight's Talk of the Town report, Hazleton FOP Lodge number 18 will be holding their second annual golf tournament Saturday, June 1st at Edgewood in the Pines Golf Course. Cost is $320 per foursome, including green fees, cart, hot lunch, dinner, and drinks. It'll be a 1:15 shotgun start, and call for more info 570-459-4940. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Mary Jane Urinovich of Hometown. Mass is Monday at 11 a.m. at the St. Richard's Roman Catholic Church. Arrangements are by the Zeiselman Roche Funeral Home. Brian D. Opferman of Drums. Arrangements will be announced by the Harmon Funeral Home. Alma Leona Hosier. Services Saturday at 4 p.m. from the Mountain View Community Church. Friends may call Saturday from 3 to 4 p.m. William Alfred Gorski of Freeland. Funeral is Saturday at 9 a.m. from the Cotterell Petrilli Funeral Home. Friends may call Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. Marie D. Michelle of Freeland. Funeral is Monday at 10:30 a.m. from the Furo Funeral Home. Friends may call Sunday from 4 to 7 p.m. Anna P. Gadziak of Latimer Mines. Funeral is Saturday at 9 a.m. from the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Friends may call prior to the service. And Barry A. Mrochko of Berwick. Memorial is Monday at 7 p.m. from the George A. Strish Incorporated Funeral Home. Friends may call Monday from 6 to 7 p.m. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop located on 15th Street in Hazleton. For delivery to all local funeral homes, call 570-454-0111. And by Mia's, once again, the Hazleton area's #1 rated restaurant. Call 570-501-3410 for information on luncheon packages.
SSPTV Sports on News 13 with Fred Barletta Jr. and Ron Marchetti.
Well, starting in 1996, the Hazleton area Lady Cougars softball team won 10 of 13 Wyoming Valley Conference championships. Talk about dominance. But that came to an end in 2008, and suddenly a team that had won an awful lot, a couple of district titles, could not win that Wyoming Valley Conference championship. Well, yesterday they had an opportunity to do it. It was senior day, and you figured all the stars were lined up, and the team came through in a very big way. They scored often, they scored early, and they put away the championship. Our Mike Madry was there, and he filed this report.
Playing a high school sport more than likely means you've got to put in 4 years of hard work, dedication, and effort. Thursday night, the Cougar community paid tribute to the ladies that have given the sport of softball everything they've had to offer and more. One of the 3 seniors on the team, Becky Demko, made her last regular season start as a Cougar. And in an emotional night, Demko was relieved with what she saw.
It's just a very emotional day. Everything went well, though. Everybody played their position great, so that's always a plus.
For the Crestwood Comets, they certainly picked the wrong day to face Becky Demko, who was dazzling Comet batters with her pitches. Demko was one reason why the Lady Cougars were successful in defending their home turf on senior night. And one man who agrees, well, their coach.
But it was their last regular season home game, and so yeah, it's a senior day, and it was really nice for them to go out on a win. Not everybody gets to do that, and they all performed very well. So I told them make it a day to remember, and they certainly did.
Not a better way to go out for the Lady Cougars. They pick up an 8-0 dominating victory against the Crestwood Comets. Now, this was supposed to be their last game, but with the district championship, Coach Travelpiece said and assured me that they will play here May 23rd in the district semifinals. In the win, the Hazleton Cougars accomplished a successful missing piece they'd been chasing in their 2013 season. That feat, district champs. Mike Madry, News 13 Sports, Hazleton.
Now, down in Marion, they were still trying to keep their hopes alive, but Nativity scored 2 runs in the 7th inning and overcame the Marion lead. And Nativity knocks off Marion and knocks them out of Schuylkill League competition as far as the championship. Monoi, meanwhile, shuts out MMI. It was 10-0. This is one of the best high school baseball games I've seen in a while. Hazleton area and Pittston. There was only 2 hits in the game. You talk about a great pitching duel. Well, not only did Joey Barron come through big time, but Sal Biazzi came in like Mariano Rivera in the 7th inning and shut him down 1-2-3. Hazleton area wins this well-played baseball game 1-0. And now, a team that was 3 games back with 3 to go, well, Berwick gets upended again yesterday. So here's what we've got. With Berwick losing, Valley West winning, there's the current standings in Division I of the Wyoming Valley Conference. And you see now Berwick's lead is down to a scant 1 game. And that means there's 1 game left of the regular season. How about this schedule maker's delight? It's Berwick at Hazleton on Monday. You talk about a big game. There it is. Berwick is reeling. Cougars have been playing well. Oh, and by the way, Valley West, you just saw, is tied with Hazleton as well. They're up at Pittston, so there is a very good possibility of a 3-way tie in the Wyoming Valley Conference. Meanwhile, MMI gets run over by Hanover, 11-1 the final there. The Marion Colts, Frank Neitz, triple, single, couple runs batted in. They knock off Nativity 3-2. Monoi area, 9-0 destruction of Weatherly. There's our games today, Schuylkill League and Wyoming Valley Conference. Meanwhile, softball, a pair of games there as well. News 13 Sports is sponsored by Sand Springs, featuring a world-class golf course as well as celebrations, the area's most luxurious banquet and wedding facility.
Last Saturday at Churchill Downs, Orb won his 5th straight race with jockey Joel Rosario on top. But this was the big one, the Kentucky Derby. Hi, everybody, on this Friday, May 10th. These are what the outfield seats look like at Tropicana Field in Tampa Bay during a game. Mother of God. Why? It just doesn't make any sense. What this does, the Hazelton Area Lady Cougar softball team is playing like a speeding locomotive out of control. Travelpiece's Terrifics have outscored their opposition this week, something like 44-5. After Becky Demko's no-hitter yesterday, the Lady Cougars are 18-1. The Cougars baseball team won again yesterday. They're still alive at 10-8 in the conference and looking for a good seed in the postseason. Kara's crew won its last 3 over Berwick, Coffin, and Pittston. The Marion Colts are 10-8. The Marion Phillies are 11-8. Both will be in the playoffs. The MMI Lady Preppers are 7-6 and looking to extend their campaign. Hazelton Area's Track and Field Club were out of Wyoming Valley West this week, while the boys tied the Spartans after dominating at the Schuylkill County Relays at Pottsville last Saturday. They did that yesterday. Hazelton Area's volleyball team dropped the finale. They finished their season at 7-7, 5-7 in the conference. What else? The Hazelton Swing Club named swimmer Ryan Paisley from Hazelton Area High School, this year's winner of the Scotty Roman Award. LeBron James won his 4th NBA MVP award. The only question was, would he be the first ever to win it unanimously? He just missed. A writer from the Boston Globe voted for Carmelo Anthony. James received 120 of the 121 first-place votes. He joins Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Michael Jordan, Bill Russell, and Wilt Chamberlain as the only 5 players who won 4 or more MVPs. I think he might win 3 more. Denver Nuggets coach George Karl was named NBA Coach of the Year. The Chicago Bulls sent the Brooklyn Nets packing in the NBA playoffs, and the LA Clippers were sent home by the Memphis Grizzlies. 4 umpires blew a call that cost the Oakland A's a loss to the Cleveland Indians. Even after looking at the replay, the Dodgers have lost 7 in a row. Mariano Rivera picked up his 13th save last night in 13 tries, giving him 615 for his career. And finally, in Salt Lake City, a 17-year-old Utah goalie was penalized for pushing an opposing player after arguing vigorously. He punched the soccer referee who made the call in the head, which caused his death. The teen has been charged with homicide. Sick and sad. Anyway, happy Mother's Day, everybody. Till Monday, be a good sport and stay loose.
And plenty more news and information headed your way on News 13. Volunteers in one local community do some power painting to wipe out graffiti and clean up the town. That story and much more news when the 13 crew comes right back.